Well, I tumbled out of Gateshead. It was a lazy afternoon. I put the pedal down for southbound beneath an early rising moon, and I ended up in Durham, standing underneath the rain. Sometimes the whole world is a city where no one knows your name. There was a gypsy selling papers. She sounded like a morning dove, calling soft and sad and quiet, one part grief and one part love. One part love, one part love, one part love. It was a late night in Newcastle, and I made myself a friend. We traded cab fare from the hotel across the Tyne and back again, and we stood each other beers out of the money from the show. And then we talked about the job and indie bands and bars back home. And with the hotel windows open, I slept and woke and slept again, and I dreamed they burned the city with a suitcase and a grin. So I stood in Durham City, beneath the castle and the keep, and I heard a gypsy woman selling like one part love and one part grief. And my dream came to me waking on the cobbles in the rain. Maybe nothing is forever, nothing is in vain. One part love, one part love, one part love. Dead before the sun could rise, I stole the silver off my lover's eyes, rolled out on the dark demise, midnight breaking day. And I was born full grown, raised up wild on mortal bones, and passions piled upon my head, blessed child, father of the man. I cut my hair, caught a train to Jackson. I took a name, I found a range where my voice couldn't make no sound. I met a man who told me, son, I can't see you're on the run, and if you tell me where you're going, I'll tell you where you're bound. They put me off outside of town. The cold black rain was coming down. I laid my head on the red clay ground, slept for 1,000 years. And I woke into a fever dream where silence talked and money screamed, and nothing was but only seemed, and nobody seemed to care. I cut my teeth on the bread of pure temptation. Tried it all, I learned to fall like I would never hit the ground. I met a ghost, he looked like me. I asked him, is it plain to see, or is it hidden? It never made a sound. I was a lion in a circus ring, a scarecrow dressed up like a king, innocent of anything like love and going blind. So I set all my clothes on fire, sold my soul to any buyer, wrapped my heart in concertina wire and showed it for a song. I couldn't run, ran until I stumbled, struck out alone, a rolling stone. 40 days came up and down. I chased the river to the source. I met a girl on a pale horse. She pressed her fingers up against my lips, and I fell down dead and gone. We'll start out with fancy sheets, wear them down so thin. I'll give myself a cold black suit I'll never wear again. Your mama will give us China, and your daddy give us hell. When we make our getaway, they're gonna ring them wedding bells. One for sorrow, two for joy, they say. And I've had my fill of sorrow anyway. And I was driving out on County End with my high beam headlights on, in the late night FM no man's land, looking for a Tom Petty song. The Perseids were falling in that hot house August night. I saw two come down together, and I thought it looked about right. And it's one for sorrow, two for joy, they say. And I've had my fill of sorrow anyway. We're gonna have 100 babies, a little house outside of town. with a wood stove and a clawfoot tub. When we're all done traveling around, sorrow, two for joy, they say. And I've had my fill of sorrow anyway. One for sorrow, two for joy, I know. Sorrow far too long, far too long. All alone in a Mexican joint in Mesa, Arizona. Mariachi band on the jukebox and an empty Corona. And the sun gone down in the pale thin pink, and there's no one to talk to. All I can think is your eyes are full of train smoke, and your mouth tastes like rain. And I know when I know nothing, I'll always know your name. You're my one and only one. You're my only one. Out here working neon lights, where the temperature is falling.